Okay, we have a 1,500 point battle report for you. Necrons versus Blood Angels. Blood Angel Army. Dawn of War, so Mephiston's on the board. There's two of those Battle Predators with guns on them, some squads in there, Razorbacks, three Vindicators, and some nasty squads inside there. And what have I got? I've got a foot army like usual. These guys are in a transport, 5 of them, 6 of these guys, 3 heavy destroyers, 4 Scarabs, 3 Spyders with wound allocation shenanigans. Destroyer Lord is my only HQ, 10 warriors, 5 warriors, Annihilation Barge, and Monolith. And my opponent can try to steal initiative. Here we go. He does, he steals initiative. Look at this guy. So he stole initiative. We're fighting over 2 objectives. 1 objective over here, 1 objective over here. Okay, back in a bit. Okay, rounding up. So the whole army came on, and every tank popped smoke. Popped smoke over here, so Vindicators are up, those guys are up, transports are up. This transport that started on the board over there moved up a little bit. He actually tried to fire, but, oh no, we said he popped smoke, right? So they all popped smoke. They've all smoked away. And so, yeah, my turn to come on, Dawn of War, turn 1. Mephiston decided just to chill over here. He's actually not, he was thinking about popping wings, but he didn't. So, back in AP, rounding up bottom of turn 1 for Necrons, what happened? This guy flew on, tried to see that tank, but couldn't see him. This thing moved out here, tried to see that guy, but couldn't see him. Monolith moved out, tried to see that guy, couldn't see him. Just moved out behind here, moved over here. They tried to, these 3 guys were going to fire through all kinds of cover, try to see that guy, but couldn't see him. So no luck there. These guys moved up, ran a couple inches, moved up, ran a couple inches, moved up, ran 6, so they actually took this position up here. And that is it. The Destroyer Lord is joined with the Heavy Destroyers right now. That's it. So back in a bit. Turn 2 coming up. Okay, so rounding up top of turn 2. Tons of shooting. 1 wound caused from a las cannon into these guys. 1 single las cannon shot wrecked this guy again. So, no luck for this guy this game. They were pinned. They popped out and were pinned, so that just sucks there. What else happened? Some shooting at this guy. Vindicator fired here but couldn't penetrate. 2 Vindicators fired in here, wiped out 2 of my Wraiths with whip coils. And I think that was it. Oh no, 1 guy died here from the Battle Predator tried to fire into the Scarabs. 1-6 got through, so insta-killed base. The other ones were all saved with a stealth. So back to bottom of turn 2 coming up. Okay, so rounding up bottom of turn 2. So we tried to respond here. This thing fired at somewhere. We managed to, the Heavy Destroyers fired into here and managed to make it so we can't shoot. This guy fired into here, made it so he can't shoot. Lord charged in there, made it so he can't shoot still, so that wasn't too lucky. These guys just moved up and ran. I decided not to bring these guys through the gate. I was hoping that they wouldn't show up, and they didn't show up. This guy fired and drifted onto my Lord, but luckily I didn't wound my Lord. These guys moved up and ran. These guys, they built 3 Scarabs. The Scarabs zoomed out. They made it just so this guy can't shoot, so not too lucky there, but whatever. At least he's not shooting this round. Wraiths decided to go after Mephiston. We charged in. We did 1 wound to him from a rend. He passed 1 single save that he had to, but then we passed all our saves in return, so he lost combat, but he rolled a 9, so he stuck it out in combat, and he's actually down to 3 wounds because we forgot to mention he took a dangerous terrain test when he flew off there and he failed it, so he's down to 3. And I think that was it, so we're on to turn 3, top of turn 3 coming up, back in a bit. Okay, so rounding up top of turn 3, what happened here? These guys came out, all the vehicles with las plas, fired the Scarabs, lowered me down to 1 wound and 2 wounds, 2 wounds. These guys fired meltas in there, lowered some wounds down, charged in, got slaughtered. We killed 3 of them. They did no wounds in return, so we consolidated right behind them. We're chasing them. Over here, these guys popped out, charged into the Wraiths. Wraiths put another wound into Mephiston. He took another wound from Perils of the Warp, but he managed to force weapon to one of my guys. These guys managed to kill another guy, and I crumbled, because I lost combat by 3, I crumbled down 1 more wound. So down to just 3 wounds total is left there. Over here, that vehicle was able to move. He couldn't shoot, so he ran away. He was able to move, so he ran away. This guy couldn't move or shoot, so he got stuck there. That guy just moved away, tried to fire at my Lord, got lucky and put a wound in there that I failed a 2+. These guys got a melt in there, and we judged that he had no cover save, so he took another wound there. I think that was it. Yeah, nothing got touched back here, so that was just the action up front. So on to bottom of turn 3 for Necrons. Okay, so rounding up bottom of turn 3, what happened? These guys moved out over here. Lord just stayed where he was because that guy hadn't moved, so I used him to just assault that thing, wreck it. Exploded, caused a wound, but luckily I passed my save. This guy over here flew over here and side armored that guy, just blew off a gun and made it so we can't shoot. This guy over here fired both of his guns, only managed to kill 1 of those 2 guys. The Melta survived, so I had to waste my Heavy Destroyers to kill that last Melta over there. What a terrible waste, but so be it. My luck was just not good with this thing. These guys did show up. They walked on and ran. 2 shots from over here. Couldn't do anything to that guy, though. Over here, my Spyders charged in, blew off both guns on this guy, made it so he can't shoot. wrecked this guy, put 1 wound into here. Then my Wraiths just totally flubbed, and I didn't get any wounds out of them. I couldn't even kill Mephiston, even though he's only down 1 wound if I got a Ren there. And then this guy got just lucky enough that I lost exactly enough guys that he's now free. So that's just the worst possible turn of events, because otherwise he's stuck in combat. But now it's his turn, so he's going to fly, probably wreck this thing. Let's see what happens. Really annoying, but what are you going to do? And that is it. So we're on to turn 4.
Okay, so rounding up top of turn 4. An incredible stroke of luck for the Necrons. They are claiming skill, but it's just pure luck.
Mephiston Sanguine Sword, because he was free, flew in, assaulted, tried to get Strength 10, rolled 2 6s, Perils of the Warp, and he was sucked into the Warp. So that was a good stroke of luck for us. This thing's alive, Mephiston's dead. Thank goodness for Chef Boyardee. That was really lucky. Over here, these guys continued combat. They couldn't cause any wounds, but we only caused 1 wound in return, but they failed their leadership. We couldn't catch them. They're running away, so we're going to make them... we might assault them. I'm going to decide what to do in a bit. Some shooting. Blast over here. Drifted away. Killed 2 guys. 1 reanimated. Failed to kill this guy. This thing over here fired into these guys, but I made all my saves on these 3 guys. This guy's immobilized now. Nice las cannon shot from that sniper guy over there. That sniper las cannon immobilized him, so he's not moving anywhere. Another blast came into here but drifted away somewhere. And I think that was about it. These guys moved forward, so they're coming towards our objective general area over here. And this vehicle actually moved over here as well. So I'm going to have to use my Monolith as a blocker so he doesn't get in near my objective, but we'll see what I can do there. So back with bottom of turn 4 coming up. Okay, so rounding up bottom of turn 4, what happened? Monolith fired into here, tried to hit the vehicle, and those guys scattered away, though. He pulled these guys through at the start of the turn. They Necron that thing to death, wrecked it, and took immobilizations down. These 3 guys, Kong line over here, finally exploded the Bowel Predator. This immobilized guy had to tried to fire at these guys when I failed to hit them with the Monolith, but was out of range, so there he's out of range now. These 2 squads combined tried to get a glance on that guy with a 6, but neither squad could do it. Tomb Spiders charged in over here, just slaughter those guys outright, consolidate a couple inches. And so we're on to top of turn 5. Oh, my Lord got shot last turn, forgot to mention why he's not on the board anymore, and he failed to stand up, so that's why he's gone for good now. Okay, back in a bit. Okay, rounding up top of turn 5, what happened? These things just charged forward, moved forward, even though it has no guns, it just blasted forward. I think it went 18 or something. These guys blasted into here, managed to kill 2 guys. Oh, we forgot to roll for these guys. Leadership check on this unit of 4. 2 guys died. They are brave. And then reanimation 5+ on the 2 guys that died there from that dice that we've seen. 4 and 2. So no guys reanimate. No good over there. And what else happened? These guys managed to shoot, combination of shooting and charge, and actually killed the 2 Spiders in a glorious charge. So they got some nice wounds. I didn't make enough saves. And they managed to consolidate just close enough so that 1 guy is close enough to that objective. So he is actually holding that objective. I thought I might be able to stop him there, but you never know. And it's on to bottom of turn 5. This is my turn to try to make something happen. Here we go. So, rounding up bottom of turn 5, what happened? These guys moved forward, laser beamed into there, managed to explode that guy with a lucky penetration. This guy over here, couldn't move, so he has to fire at front armor, but he managed to get a glance, and he made it so he can't move or shoot, so that was really helpful. The Warriors, no luck on any of them. Couldn't quite do anything to that guy. Same thing, these guys moved away. Monolith moved over here, tried to move onto that terrain thing just to make sure he's closer, got immobilized, so he's actually stuck here. Managed to fire with no cover at those guys, but it drifted away. Didn't hit anybody, so it's actually going to be tied if the game ends. We're going to see if the game ends right now. Do you want to roll it up on 1 or 2?
Jason, we're good to do the honors.
There we go, do the honors. On a 1 or 2, the game will end.
Nope.
Oh, game continues, okay. So it's a 6, so on to turn 6.
Okay, so Fast and Furious turns now. A tank shocked through 2 squads. They made their leadership, though, so they moved around him. They made their leadership, they moved off the objective. He's holding that objective. He's trying to contest it. That guy was unable to move or shoot, so that's why he's chilling over there. And that was it. Those guys, last cannon tried to fire at the Annihilation Barge, couldn't quite hit it. Some blast over here, tried to blast this guy over here, but it drifted away over here somewhere. Okay, on to bottom of turn 6. Go at each other. So bottom of turn 6, we managed to wreck this thing with zodding from this guy over here. Wreck that guy over there. So it's going to be a tie game. We can roll to continue the game, but neither of us can really do much because he can fire last cannon. I can try to run over there. Oh, there we go. We rolled. Okay, so game ends. Tie game, actually. 1 held over here, 1 held over here. Thanks for the game. Appreciate it. Yeah, pretty good game there.